Hi, this is Dr. Khan. So I've done what is a 100% total capsulectomy on a set of implants from a 73-year-old lady from 1977. So this is the excess skin that I removed, not too much, some tissue inflamed that I removed along with the capsule. And as you can see, this is the ruptured saline implant that she had on the left side. You can actually make out exactly where the implant is sitting, and right here as well. And so the goal here, I like to remove all of it as one go. Now there were some parts of it that the capsule did, as you can see how it folds up on itself. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and remove this. So you can see how this was sitting right like so. So for all these years, this was that ruptured implant. So what I'm going to do is, there's no fluid inside it. I'm going to go in and around. So small amount of fluid, it cannot be sent to cytology. Not uncommon to see. And as I go in, this is all the way from 1977. So if I go in, you can actually see the area where this was the seam right here. This is where it basically ruptured from. So this is the pocket. The boundary, usually the edges, is where this is where it gave. And remember, the implants are not meant to be in the body forever. This had ruptured over 10 years ago or so. And as you will see, the entire capsule was removed. And as I go in, you can see the inside of what is a typical capsule. And so all of this tissue has been removed that was inflamed, along with, as you can see, this is the capsular tissue. And then the fatty tissue behind it has to also be removed, because that's where this inflammation rests. Some of it is so thin you can see my glove. But overall, I'm very happy and content with how the whole dissection has gone. Now, I'm going to go ahead and change my gloves, remove the top layer, so the first set underneath. And then on the left side, same thing, I cut out the excess skin. As you will see, it's bunched up. And now looking at this, you can see how the implant, this is the boundary of the implant. Now as I cut it out, the take-home message is all of this tissue on the side. Now one will say, well, this is precious volume for the patient, but this is where the capsular tissue was, because the implant was relatively big, and we'll see the size on that one as well. And so when it collapsed, all of that capsular tissue needs to be removed. So I'm going to go in from here, and we'll see how this, actually we'll go in from here, because you can see the boundary. You can see how this edge is. So as I remove it, you'll see exactly how it was sitting on this patient's chest. So I'm just going to pull it out. So this is exactly how it was sitting, ruptured. So I'm going to go ahead and open this out. You can see this is the area of the rupture. And it's not healthy to have a ruptured implant in your body. They're not meant to be in the body forever. So as you will see, this is exactly where and how it ruptured. I want to send this off with pathology. It's anything inflamed. You can see how it's calcified. I'm going to send this off. Remember, this is part of the implant, by the way. You can see the elastic silicone there. So I'm going to send this off, and this is that valve. So around the valve. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if I can read what volume this is. She had said 150, and it appears to be more than 150. So, and if I flip this open, you will see this is the whole capsular tissue, all removed as one piece. Look at this tissue. I'm actually going to look at this discoloration, if you will, right here. This is a black. Let me see, I'm going to flip this around. Some of it is fibrocystic disease. But let's see, bovicotomy, that's on the other side. So that's the bovicotomy. That's me bovying through. So overall, nothing out of the ordinary. So the capsule is so thin, just removing this capsule is not good enough. This tissue around it has to be also removed, because that silicone has made it to the periphery as well. Some areas relatively very thin, some areas relatively thick. So overall, I'm going to go ahead and so the implants will be sent to given back to the patient. She wanted them actually all the way from 1977. That's the last time they saw daylight. Now the capsules will be sent to pathology, rule out the BIAL, CD30 analysis, rule out lymphoma, rule out malignancy, rule out any abnormal pathology, rule out squamous cell cancer, rule out breast cancer, whatever it may be. And then cultures for bacteria and fungus, and we'll see how the patient does. You can only imagine how this reactive tissue around the chest and how she's going to be free and minus the foreign body within her system. There you have it. This is Dr. Khan, Executive Plastic Surgeon.